wait. I want you to wait because I want to see your reaction to it. Okay. What do you?
I changed those too.
How many of those do you have?
I'm gonna keep doing it. You have no idea.
All right, 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Don't open. Huh? Don't open the.
Where is it? Oh, I got it.
Yeah. Don't open it yet. Let me come back before you listen to it. Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's an MP3. That chair is so dumb. Just so dumb. That T must stand for terrible support.
My pizza, by the way. Yum, yum, everybody.
Damn, that thing is burnt, man. Oh, did you eat anything? Oof. This is a test of the microphone. This is a test of the... Ooh.
I got a chair. It's a secret. It's a secret chair.
What the fuck is he doing? What are you... Are you okay? Are you being attacked?
Are you
Jason. What the hell is that?
Headphones.
Is it cheesy bread or something?
This is Dunkin' Donuts from this morning because I have no dinner and I had no lunch either.
Damn, bro.
This is what I need to do when I have a project. I just work on stuff. I don't eat.
You need to eat.
No, I'm good.
You need fuel.
Here's my fuel. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me real desire. Is that a song?
Yes. That's
Dude, I knocked out that intro in the hour, burnt a pizza, and drank Jameson.
Can I play it now?
Yeah, go ahead and play it. Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Don't expect anything great. As quick as I could do it. I tried to upload it to YouTube, but it wouldn't let me without. It was weird. I don't know. You have to have an image and all kinds of stuff.
J5. I got some people that are dying to be.
The Hot Ratchet Podcast.
It was understated, it was classy, and elegant. I've been to a million of those things, and nobody puts out rosemary flatbread paninis.
Boring.
One thing only. I just want a ping chili. One ping only, please.
Here's your host.
The children have been very bad on Elm Street. Rise up, Jason! Your work is finished!
The player coach of the 2-1. Hi. From North Carolina, in royal weirdness,
Who?
Well, perhaps.
Oh shit! I love doing that. That was awesome.
I enjoyed that. That was really. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my head hurts now.
Oh. Rise up, Jason.
Rise up, Jason. The whole time I'm sitting here, I'm like this. I'm like, I think my pizza's probably ready, but I haven't heard it go off yet. I'm starting editing. I'm like, okay, let me go check on it. I haven't heard the timer go off. I go over there, it's like end, smoke's billowing out. I'm like, what the fuck? Open it, black. I'm like, oh my, and I look in the house, it's filled with smoke. I'm like, holy shit, what did I just do, man? So I was like, wait, what do I do here to get all this smoke out? So I open all the windows. Luckily, it's like 60, 9 or something. Open all the windows. I take the pizza, just chunk it on the porch, and shut the door.
You just
bad too, dude. I wanted it bad.
Well, why don't you call for a pizza?
Fuck that.
I'm hardcore.
I even sprinkled the mozzarella cheese on it, extra mozzarella. I put that on there.
You're
Fucking gone.
You're hurting, man. That's hurting. I had a noodle bowl that you microwave for 90 seconds, and it's supposed to be nutritious, but it was just a salt bomb, and it didn't fill me up, but it was 600 calories for like this big. Like, nom, 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 nom.
I need some of that right now. I got some cookies. I can eat some cookies.
Cookies.
How about some cookies?
I got a Kit Kat bar and some black bean dip.
Donuts.
Oh, dog nuts. Those are the pumpkin spice ones.
Pumpkins. Yeah. They're all right. They're not bad. Be my breakfast and dinner. And breakfast this morning, dinner tonight, and breakfast tomorrow. That'll be that.
Buy some oatmeal. It's cheap, and you can put anything in it. You could crumble one of those dog nuts into it.
I thought it worked. I eat that at work. Oatmeal and peanut butter.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So, did you like that intro?
I do enjoy it.
I try to keep it to a minute, so it's kind of hard to piece it all together that quick.
I like it.
Very cool.
I'm still trying to identify some of the pieces because it's.
Which pieces?
I'm J5. I got some people that are dying to be.
This song cracks me up, dude.
Classy, elegant. And nobody puts out rosemary flatbread paninis.
Boring.
One ping only. I just want a ping chili. One ping only, please.
Here's your host.
The children have been very bad on Elm Street. Rise up, Jason! Your work is finished!
Now, the player coach of His royal weirdness.
Who?
Who? Who?
Oh my god.
My fucking cheeks hurt after that. Oh, that was the hardest part. Is try. Oh, where'd he go? Oh no! Oh no! We lost him. I wonder if we can get him back. See if I can get him back. All right. Well, I don't know. Hello? What happened there?
I went to close the Toon Squad and I hit the wrong one. Yeah. So I'm separating out my tabs a little differently now.
Yeah. I wanted to do more with the Johnny Five stuff, but kind of ran out of the 1 minute. I wanted to keep it at 1 minute.
What?
What? Do you want to see what it looks like? Here's what I had to do to make that. Let me show you real quick.
Yeah, let me see it. Does it look like guitar?
Kinda, yeah. But,
yeah.
there you go. Yep.
Yeah. What the hell?
This all in here? Hit play. Can you hear that? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I had to record myself saying those stupid lines like the Hot Rocky Podcast. Yeah, it's dumb. But yeah, there you
I like it.
go. Do more in the future.
This is the shirt.
Why is it so tight though? Did I sell bigger ones?
It's an extra large. Oh,
Probably should have went up a size.
yeah, extra large.
Is that what we're doing now? We're just gonna get an extra large shirts. I can do that too.
I
Oh, let me get it.
am I supposed to go up a size?
Yeah, probably. My boobs are all over the place again. Ladies love the boobs all over the place.
Do they like it when you're on top and your boob whiskers are just brushing them in the face?
Just motion in the ocean.
They're just getting slapped in the face with a nipple.
Gotta learn to ride, sweetheart. You gotta learn to ride.
You're just wheezing.
Dude, you know how many times I've been like, I gotta stop. I can't keep going. I'm out of breath.
This one's 18 and over, by the way. This discussion. Oh my god!
I have no idea what episode this would be. I'm just numbering them now. They might all be the same number. I don't care. I'll figure it out, I guess, afterwards when I have to upload them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how to do that. Like, I need some kind of graphic at the first of the video.
Okay.
Which I can do in After Effects, but I have to play with it. I've never done that before. But you can make like cool animated graphics. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a thing sweeping in or like a logo.
Yeah. And then have that audio play with
You
it.
don't want to just have to just do the most basic PowerPoint intro with it just like two tiles.
No, they got some really cool ones, man. I was like, holy crap. It's like whoosh, it comes in this way. And that 1 minute just sits there loading. Loading screen. That and then
there's the
just have a. What is the video of me doing this with the music playing the whole time? I could do that. I could just clip us up. I could go through all the videos and clip out us looking just in like stupidest faces and just have them go. Have you played with your video yet? So it's not all grainy.
What?
Why do you have like the grainiest video ever? Do you have a camera? Is that your new camera?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that was your new camera.
No, I haven't yet. It's supposed to be delivered, but I haven't seen it, so it might not be here yet.
Mine was stuffed in the mailbox because it was like a little box this big.
FedEx tracking.
FedEx tracking, because somebody's got to track your shit.
I'm gonna track you down, whore.
Tracking your shit. Hey, let's watch this guy right here. Watch this. Oh, you can't hear him though. Damn it.
What video are you talking about? Put the link in the chat and I'll click on it.
Yeah. And then you can play it. That's good.
Dingus.
Bangus.
What am I looking for? My tools. Yeah, my tools. Give me all my tools.
It's the top one, chat.
I see. Twitch TV.
Yep.
I'm getting a redirecting.
Redirect.
To your site. Nick Merckx.
Nick Merckx.
I'm getting an advertisement for Battlegrounds.
Yeah, probably. Once that's over, you should share your screen so I can see.
I fucking love. You start on one side of the river, you run to the end. First to make it to the end alive wins. If multiple people make it, you gotta turn around and go to the other side of the river. Repeat until there's one left standing. Storm it all. And then the last one is ATK race.
They must be doing some kind of
Checkpoints, best of two, first 3 laps, baby.
tournament or something.
So I have like more ideas, but those 3 seem like they were the best for this one at least. Do you pick for tomorrow? Yeah, I'm gonna pick for tomorrow.
So he's got 35,000 people watching him right now.
The hot seat again. Or tomorrow we'll be doing a lot of shit. No, I messed up my land. Oh, we're good actually. Nice.
Okay. So what am I watching?
That is just one of the good ones I watch.
And he's doing a race or something?
No. I think he does little events for his like chat and stuff. So that's like a little event that they can sign up for and try to compete in. Right now, he's just playing. He's playing the game with 2 other people.
So you can build walls and stuff?
Yeah, you build forts. Protect yourself.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I know it's dorky, but if you watch it, you'll get into it, I think.
It's
So the really cool thing is how they have all that set up, and I've tried to do that with mine. You see, he's got the graphics on around his his screen. Like we could do that on our stuff, but yeah, I have to build all that. It's better if I guess you just had a single monitor. I still can't believe they have better technology than this to chat back and forth or have some kind of teleconferencing something or other.
So like the one that I use through Cisco and the other one that I use, they're not much better than this when it comes to sharing. The difference is they have like more options, like a whiteboard that you can draw on. So if you're using a tablet, just they're all just niche things, like what do you need for work kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this isn't horrible, but I wish you had a little bit more stuff you could do with it. I don't know.
We just need more things, like we need our soundboard
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yeah. So I could patch in when it does play the sound. You can actually hear it and stuff like that. I don't know what I'd even have to do that, but
You have to get off your ass. That's what.
oh my God. Because you a thug. Did you check out that person that liked the page?
Not yet.
Did you check out their yeah, you should look at it.
All right.
We finally got somebody that watched our video that was random. Our very first customer.
We need to hang it up like the first dollar bill.
That's it right there. There it is. It works.
And then we celebrate them for being homies.
They're homies. I was
Hey.
wondering though which tag they came over in. I was trying to look that up, but it wouldn't really tell me. I would assume it was podcasting since they're podcasting.
There's 5 views.
But it could have been Thug Life.
There's 5 views now. Oh, this is a oh my goodness. I like it.
You liked them?
I like it. Yeah.
I was gonna yeah. I don't know. I didn't even watch one of the videos. I was going to, but the pizza was burning. I was like, I didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
What is this?
A soundboard app.
Oh. I thought you were like watching one of their videos or something.
I pushed rooster and it booed.
Oh my God. What would we ever need any of those for?
You're out.
We're gonna do a morning zoo? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, this is next time you tell a bad one.
Yeah, I do need that one. That would be used a lot.
This one. Breaking glass. Whoa, I'm getting ads on this app. I don't like it.
Oh my God.
No ads, please. Whew. Okay, here's this one. Let's see if we could use any of these.
That toilet? That toilet flushing? Use that one.
Damn it! That's another ad. These are the worst. You actually have to buy stuff? Come on. Ooh, this one might be bad.
Oh, what the hell? All right.
All right, last one is this app is horrible.
That's real nice.
We need a real one though.
Yeah. I found one. Do we really need one though? For what? Just
I guess not. I mean, we should make one out of our own voices and stuff.
I was trying to think. I don't know if there's a real way to do that. Unless it comes through one of our, like, my end or your end.
Oh, there's a way. Because there's a will.
Yeah, it'd have to be one of us doing it.
If there's one thing I learned from
Please don't.
the Green Lantern movie was will.
Don't quote.
Willpower is stronger than Not willpower. Can't is on Won't Street.
Kent lives on Walt Street. Girl.
God, that sounds like some toothless cousin of mine would say.
I'm trying to think, is there a way we could do this on Twitch, but it'd be live? I guess technically this would be live, so never mind. Yeah. I don't know if this would be ever anything we'd ever actually do live. I guess we could, but you have to have people. I don't know if I'd ever be comfortable enough even to do that, you know?
Dude, what we do, here's how we do this. Here's how we get away with like getting some mass advertisement. All right?
All right.
We go pick some locations, and it's like a payday weekend, and we go to bars or whatever, and we just have our stuff with us, and then we just find a table, throw all the stuff down, fake some photos with all the people around like it's an event, and then tear it all down and get the hell out.
What does that do? I don't understand.
We post pics of what a great event it was with a packed house, and
Just gotta fake it. Just fake it till you make it.
fake it till you make it.
Oh, well, I guess we could do that too.
We can just go give away Shock Top or beer or whatever those chicks were doing with blue wigs, you know, like when they just stand in the middle of the bar, and we just go, it's a promotional event for the Hot Rackin' podcast. We just pay a bar like $500 to let us stand in there, and
It's for the soldiers.
oh,
They're like,
Okay.
oh yeah, that's great. You're like, yeah, it is. It's for the soldiers.
it is great. You're right. When you said you wanted to show your tits because this is great, you were right.
I think I just found stretch marks on my knee. Have you ever found that? Like I have stretch marks on my knee. You know, like LeBron James has them right here in his muscles. I have them on my knee
Okay.
for the same reason.
Are your hammies growing?
The hammies. Yeah, my legs have been gigantic forever. What do you mean?
Are they growing? Why would you all of a sudden be stretching?
I don't know. I just see some little marks. I think they're stretch marks.
Are you growing?
Yeah, girth. The waist. Yeah.
I'm preparing for when there's no more food.
Preparing for the winter, the never-ending winter. Speaking of which, there's some Dunkin' Donuts over here calling my name.
Winter is coming.
Yeah, we'll see.
So real quick, since September 11th will be on Tuesday,
It's a good transition.
do you want to go ahead and tell your 9/11?
What? What happened? What? What happened?
Oh, what an asshole. All
What are you
right.
talking about? What happened?
Don't do that anymore, man. Don't do that.
I didn't do anything.
That is too much.
Where'd you go, man?
I figured if I turned my camera off, it would just show your face. Oh my god, dude! I was really close to the computer, and all of a sudden, your face was in 3D, just avataring towards me.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
Oh my
What's going
god!
on?
Stop for a second. Oh.
All right, I'm sorry. My bad.
Wow. Oh, wow. My cheeks are hurting right now. Okay.
What about now?
Ooh, you're changing the colors, the mood.
What about now?
So, what?
Sorry about that.
How old were you September 11th?
18. Wait. 2011.
2001.
2001. One.
You were one.
Hold on, let me do some, I don't know. Hold on.
You
Let me get
are.
1 second. Let me get a calculator.
You are hideous.
What's
You are hideous for an
100
18-year-old.
minus 80? 18. Yeah, I was 18.
All right, so you're 18.
I was in boot camp. I was in sub school.
You were in Groton.
Yeah, sub school. Yeah. I was in class when it happened.
Were you in the barracks?
No, I was in class, sub school class.
No, I mean you lived in the barracks though.
Yeah. Yep. And then they marched us.
Were you in the sub school barracks or were you in the A school barracks?
Sub school.
Oh yeah.
They came in and told us, and then they marched us because they were like, "We've got to get out of here. The planes are going to take us out." So their decision, a big grand decision,
they're going to come take out sub school.
Right. So the great decision they made was that they were going to march thousands of students out in the open. And then eventually they go, wait, this isn't a good idea either. You guys just go back to your barracks rooms for the day. So they originally marched us down like to the chow hall area, and then they marched us back and said, just go home for the day.
Yep.
It's weird. So yeah, I was already in the military when it happened.
What was that movie called? Where the guys were all standing on the beach and the plane just comes in and just starts shooting them.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one.
I think it was last year.
The England one?
Yeah. Dunkirk. Yeah. So that's a real story, right? The morons got let out and posted up in a big, wide open area, and then just they came in. So that's what they were setting you up for, was repeat of history, because nobody read any history books.
It's pretty smart. Until somebody was like, hey, we shouldn't be out here in the open. We don't know what's going on.
That's like in Poland when they mounted the guns in the wrong direction. They poured cement and mounted the guns in one single direction. So then the Nazis were just like, okay, they just come around the other side. They're like,
yeah,
we've got you now, pierogi man. So you were in sub school, you get marched out, then you get thrown back into barracks. Nothing happened though? Like, were you guys on lockdown for a while, or?
That was it, I think. To the next day. I'm like,
just everything went back to normal?
I guess. I don't know. I don't think anything. I don't remember, man. Maybe we got the next day off. I don't remember. What day of the week was that on? It was like Tuesday or something, wasn't it?
I don't know. I was underway. All the days are the same.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So I was in San Diego, and I was on the Salt Lake City, and we were playing a Com 2X. So we're just doing war games out in the bay with the battle group. And we've been underwater for 23 hours. And we came up, and as soon as we popped up, there was no broadcast coming down. So we're in the Radio Shack like, there's no passive broadcast. And they're like, well, don't transmit. Let's wait and see if we get another passive broadcast. So we waited, put the antenna back up, nothing again. And there's nothing coming across any voice comms. So we're like, okay, that only happens during times of like war or crisis or someone guerrillaed, you know? So we're like freaking out about what's going to happen. And then one of the guys in the Radio Shack, Max, was on the Bird 7. On the Bird 7, you can pick up radio frequencies. So he's picking up San Diego radio stations. And the first tower had just been hit like 5 minutes before we came up. So he's sitting there just like white-faced, just holding on to the earbuds, and we're like, you all right, man? He's like, get the captain. Then it all went down from there, because then the captain, we surfaced, and he got on the sat phone, and we went and bumped we were only going to be underway for 3 days, so we only had 3 days worth of stuff with us.
Yeah.
And we come in, bump the pier, and then we had to go out. We were out for like a couple weeks. It was gross.
Nice.
And then we came back and we got ready and we went on deployment, and we did what deployments do.
Yeah. I think I went September, and I got to the boat that next year and went on deployment for as soon as I got there, April, May of that next year. On deployment.
How long was sonar school?
Was that 22 weeks, something like that? I don't remember. Something like that. I went to boot camp in June, got out of there July, August, somewhere around there. Yeah, so August, end of August. So I got to boot camp in September, or sub school September, and then that happened. And A school lasted until about April. Got out of there, went to the boat in May.
Huh, the gay ass boat.
Gay Oklahoma City. Yeah, that was great.
You know, it was a gay boat, though. I'm sorry, that boat had some the people, whatever. There was good, and then there was whoa. You would have been a lot better off West Coast Navy.
I could have went to could have went to Hawaii. I chose not to.
No, I'm just telling you, the further you are from DC, the better life was.
Yeah.
Like the boat was just, it didn't matter. We were, even after September 11th, when we were like down to 3 section, or sometimes port and starboard, sections in port, you still got day after duty. Like, it's a Tuesday. Get the hell out of here. It's 9:00. Go run your errands. Do what you got to do, because you're going to be back for duty the next day. So,
yeah.
Not like on the East Coast where it's like, no, you live here. You're ours.
You belong for us for 5 years straight without a break. Like, okay, nice. And you wonder why I want to get out immediately. Yeah. I don't know. I miss it, but I don't miss it.
Yeah, my dad and I had that conversation talking about when John McCain died. We were talking about Vietnam stories. My pop was, and he's like, you know what? When you're there, when you're in it, and some of the hardships are really terrible, but you always miss it. You always look back at it fondly. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't, if they told me to get down on the ground and wax a deck again, I think I would not handle that well.
Yeah. But isn't that weird? Remember we just talked about that? Like, mostly humans think of the negative things. Yeah. When we think back of the boat and the military, we think about positive things, which is weird because there's very few of those. I know I hated being on the boat.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking back, I'm like,
oh, yeah.
What did I hate about
the minute you were saying that one time about how you were going to go back in, all of that would have been fine until the minute they set maneuvering watch.
No, I like being her.
No, you think that, but then
I did. I hated being in port. I really hated being in port.
As soon as the boat gets underway, you're like, no, I forgot.
No, I liked being on watch. I liked being underway. I hated doing all the extra stuff that had nothing to do with my job. I hated that. I had no problem doing my job.
Yeah,
I hated everything else, and everything else was about 75% of the job. The job was 10 to 15.
Yeah.
I know that math doesn't add up, but that's how it works.
No, it was horrible having to do other people's stuff too all the time.
Yeah.
But that was the culture. The only thing I could say to that, like I said, if you went West Coast, that diesel boat that they still have out there, the Dolphin, that is the boat to go to, because like, I had this Master Chief telling me, he goes, look, man, just go over there and hang out with them. And you get over there, and the lowest ranking guy that I saw over there was like an E5. And like, you open the door to the galley, and the guy cranking is like a E7, E8, washing dishes. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to complain anymore. I'm done with that. I just didn't like field daying the engine room all the time, or having to sweep up pubes. And
one of my favorite things was to go to berthing and act like I was going to do some cleanup. I'd clean up enough till the first chief came around, And then I'd be like, okay, I'm done. And then I'd crawl on my rack. And you got the little thrill that you know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I'd never fell asleep quicker. It felt so comfortable. I'm just up in my rack. I know I'm not supposed to be there. Yeah, I'd fall asleep so fast, dude.
Yeah.
I never had sleeping problems on the boat, ever.
You ever have your headphones fall out of your DVD player while you're playing porn?
I don't think I ever had a DVD player.
Oh. You just had your computer?
No, I didn't have a computer either. I never had a computer underway.
So what did you...
I don't remember now. I really don't. I'd have
analog? Did you just have your light on and you're looking at a magazine?
I don't know, man.
Oh
I don't know. I really don't. I honestly don't remember that. I don't know.
You blocked that out?
Maybe I just did it old school, like an old fool. If it was like something like it was like I'm like, why would I want to do that? I'm underway, like with a bunch of dudes. So
you
remember doing
from port to port.
Oh, my headphones! Oh, I can't hear. All right, sorry.
So you saved up from port to port?
No, I didn't do that either. But
so you'd go 90 days without.
No.
Oh, I was about to say. No wonder you were cranky underway.
No, I just did like you're in 1983 and you had no material. You know, you had to think special thoughts.
Oh my god!
I honestly don't remember, man.
That's awesome, though.
I don't remember being like, I gotta have my materials with me.
You don't.
I remember guys always like sharing magazines. I was like, this is weird, dude. I'm not doing that. Like I was like, I'm not sharing a magazine.
So I'm not gonna say who it was. I'm gonna say an unnamed officer on my first boat used to come to the Radio Shack all the time when I was on watch and just knock on the door. I'd be like, "What do you need?" He's like, I'm gonna leave a couple under your pillow and I'm gonna take some." I'm like, okay. It was like a swapping program, and I was like, and I would go,
so weird to me.
Time out, and I would go, please don't leave them under my pillow. Like that touches my face.
Yeah. Do you know what I thought about the other day? And I know you said I think you did it different. I never remember changing out the pillows or the pillowcases after hot racking. I never remember doing that.
You use the same pillow.
I think I used the same pillow.
Oh.
Or after a point, I was the only one sleeping in the rack, and the other two people was like agreed they were gonna. Well, no, they couldn't have done that. They had to sleep in my rack. That's hot racking, dude. Yeah, I never.
So you just laid in other people's.
What were you gonna do? Just switch out the pillowcase every time you went into the rack?
No, I just had my own pillow.
Where was you putting the pillow?
So every division has a locker. Like,
yeah, this did not happen in our division.
No, where you would have like your special maintenance things and different things.
Yeah.
So the Radio Shack, you have lockers in the fan room. So I would just go in the fan room, throw my pillow in my bag, lock it in the locker.
No. I definitely slept on a drool pillow for 5 years.
You made out with other dudes constantly.
They made out with me too, brother.
Oh my God, the herpes. Oh,
I don't know, man. That's the stuff I look back on. I'm like, wait, what did I do? I didn't change the sheets. Like a lot of people are like, you didn't change the sheets. You didn't do this. I go, what are you talking? Change the sheets. I go, the sheets were just always made. We just used the little blankets. I just went in, got a blanket, went to sleep.
So the first boat I was on, because I didn't have to hot rack too much in my career. But the first boat I was on, what we did was we made the bed with the grill mark blanket.
Yeah, grills you up the back, the brown grill blanket. Yeah, and you gotta make sure you fold it. You fold it at the 45s. Yeah,
and you don't use that. You don't go under that. You just lay on top of it. And one guy had a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
So his sleeping bag would be rolled up at the foot of the bed when he wasn't in it. But when he was in it, that's what he laid in. I just laid on top of that bed with my own blanket
We did see they wouldn't let us have separate blankets, so we all had to use the camouflage desk blankets, the
gross.
firing camouflage blankets.
Yeah, gross.
They weren't warm at all, nothing. But yeah, that's what we had to use, man. Yeah.
Fuck that.
I guess I just blocked out. I was like, yep, this is disgusting, but this is what I do now. This is my life.
Were the other guys Sonar Sisters?
Yes, I think towards the end, a lot of them were, yeah. When I was like a nub, yeah, you get stuck with the randos because you had no say, but after you qualified, you get more, you want to be with whatever. And a lot of us were like, hey, I'm going to take this. And I was like, yeah, I'll take this one. And the people would only sleep in there. A lot of times, yeah, that's right. So a lot of the guys would not be sleeping at the same time because a lot of them would be like, hey, I stay up. I don't go to bed. After watch, I'll wait till he gets up, and then I'll go sleep in that one. I remember that a lot towards the end when I was
They
more
just
senior.
didn't like you.
That's fine. Good. I was clean. They were fucking disgusting. Oh, me.
So, did I tell you about the guy on my first boat that admitted that he had like a thing up for me or whatever? Like he, you know.
I'll mark that time down. That's a good one. 46 minutes. Jordan eyebrows.
So what I was saying is, just a very friendly guy. I still cherish his friendship. We're just not. We don't talk anymore. But
Do you
'cause it was
cherish
just-
it? Do you cherish
He
it?
was just, yeah, the memories are great. Like he was just such a he was such an a-hole at the end. So anyway, very nice man. Knew him since like sub school and stuff like that. And we went to the same boat, and then we had to hot rack for a little while, and we were about halfway through our first deployment because we went straight from sub school, flew to Japan to meet the boat. And then, yeah, we were sitting in dock space, and he just goes, "Hey, man. Hey."
That's what he said? Hey, man. Hey.
All right. He said, "Hey, man. I need a beer first. Let me get a beer. I'll be right back." I'm out of both beverages right now, so I'll be right back.
And after these messages,
We'll be right back. Hey, is that one the cowboy one? Where we be like,
yeah, I never listened to the songs you told me to listen to.
there's a, oh, they're both really fucking sad.
I don't need that in my life.
Here you go.
I'll end up tying a noose around that banister back there and then breaking the banister.
Ready?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yep, there it is. Why did we have that in our fucking memory? Why is that in there?
No, but as soon as anybody says something like that, it's in everybody. Everybody.
But why did I go after these messages? And you're like, you know, like it's in our brain. Like, why?
Yeah. Why?
Weird.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, let me get a beer. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back too, man.
Then we'll finish up the last 15 minutes or so.
10 minutes, but yeah, we can do 15. Let's let the
I got
folks...
it. Don't
You're
you
gonna play
don't do
music?
it.
We can't play music.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yep. No, I'm playing 80s.
All right.
Hey, look, Bob, I got a
This year's away. Worries for another day. Let the music play. Down and crack a rock. Down and crack a rock.
And the masters of the universe. I am Adam, Prince of Eternia, defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull!" Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor.
Courageous and caring, faithful and friendly, with stories to share. All through the forest they sing out in chorus, marching along as their song fills the air. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. Magic and mystery are part of their history, along with the secret of gummy berry juice. Their legend is growing, they take pride in knowing the fight for what's right, whatever they do. Gummy bears, bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. They are the gummy bears.
You listen to Gummy Bears? Vector Gadget.
Like the magic root and lead.
We're really hip.
And they're green. They're heroes in a half shell and they're green.
But when the evil Shredder attacks, them turtle boys won't cut him no slacks.
I'm eating taquitos and they're hot.
I've got a zesty lemon cream protein bar.
Oh, of course you do.
It's vegan, plant-based protein, no GMOs. It's happy inside and out. I'm so happy.
You look at.
Mm.
Yes. Let's see what's on the news right now, man. Did you watch the Obama thing?
Yeah.
Oh God, it was so bad.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was really nice to hear an actual educated person speak for once.
Yeah. Somebody that's being paid to go up and stir up the left wingers. Yeah, it was great to hear it. It was great to hear it.
I keep forgetting that when Trump's going around speaking, he's doing it for free.
Right. But he's not calling the president of the United States a psychopath, which is very healthy. Very healthy for
the president is going around calling everybody else pieces of shit, so it's all the same.
I mean, he can do that. He's the president. It's probably not healthy for the other president to be like, he stirred up everybody, but I'm not. I'm cool. He also loves Nazis. Like, wait, what? You just said the president loves Nazis. After you just got to throwing a Nazi out that you didn't throw out your 8 years in office. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go.
What? I got a swallow first.
You might not have heard this was going on because CNN would not cover that kind of story.
They did cover it.
I can't wait to hear their spin on it.
Oh my god. So anyway, oh my god, this zesty lemon bar.
This is very hot.
I can't tell you enough how delicious this. Woo. Woo. All right, so
how zesty is it?
My only problem with these Nazis being kicked out, right? So that ex-Nazi guard that was kicked out and deported to Germany was told by 3 other administrations, not just the last administration, that it was okay to stay on American soil, because it took 14 years to remove him. You're acting like it was this president who did it.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
If you actually, this is the story. This is the story from the Washington Post, the New York, all of them. It took 14 years. It's been
wait. The Washington Post and the New York Times?
Oh my god, dude, you are insane. If you believe so if I find it on Fox News, hold on, let me go. Fox News. 95-year-old Nazi. Oh, here we go. Fox News. Here we go. So on Fox News, U.S. deports 95-year-old camp guard Nazi. What's it say here? Oh, he's been in the system for the last 14 years. They've been trying to get rid of him. They originally tried getting him out of this country in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been since 2013 that the judge stripped his citizenship, but he's been here stuck because of this case. So I understand where we want to give credit, but just understand that no matter who would be president at this point in time, the judgment would have ended at some point in time. No matter who the president was, they'd be like, oh, he deported this Nazi. That's all I was getting at. I'm not saying he didn't do it.
No. I just think it's funny because that kind of stuff, and Obama even did it this last time he talked. He says that, the economy was fixed when I was in office. It's been going great since I was in office. It's like, oh, so you can take credit for the economy 2 years after you're out of office. Therefore, then Bush should be able to take credit for the economy 2 years after he's out of office, which means he corrected the economy when he was in office.
Time out.
You can't have it both ways.
Time out.
Kind of weird. You can't time out me. I'm talking.
This
is why we don't talk about politics. You get all wound up.
No, I'm just trying to respond to you. You just try to filibuster.
I was just trying to finish my statement. I need a taquito.
You're saying that right now you're doing it again.
He's all mad. He's already mad. Don't get mad, dude.
I can't respond. The way this system works is whoever's talking is where the camera is, and if the whole time you're going, that's your.
No, that's not true. You can click my name or your name, and the camera will lock. You can't do that. Here, I'll lock it on you. Here we go.
I don't want it locked on me.
It's locked on Jordan. Here we go.
Don't lock it on me. I didn't ask for that. I'm just saying.
Your chins. Look down at the camera.
Saying if I'm going to talk about this topic, you can't do your little act where you just act like a child all of a sudden.
I'm not acting like a child. You get so upset when we talk about politics.
You get into the camera and go, that's a child. Come on. If you're
going to finish my taquitos, now I'm done. And I'm probably going to have a donut next too. It's on you. The camera's on you. I'm not even talking.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
What you're saying is the man who created the financial crisis, George Bush, should get credit for fixing the financial crisis. Because it was his cabinet that passed the laws with they pushed for the laws with what's his name? Crap. He used to run he's the one that got off with that big $26 million parachute. He helped push a bunch of garbage. Anyway, that administration completely screwed America with Iraq and everything else, right? That's
what is Woodley versus Till tonight?
What I am getting at is that there are these things called facts, right? They're just you can't stop because it's by one news station. It's the wrong stuff. If it's just a fact, then that is. If the last 2 years, if you looked at the graph over the last 10 years, if you look at the last two of Obama's and you look at the first two of Trump's, it's the same. They've showed it. It's the same. 13 months ago, or 13 months before Trump took office, we had a GDP over 4 as well. Like, it's the same shit. I'm not trying to be an asshole. And then if you were to say, well, it's only good because of what Trump did, the problem that you have with that statement is most of the things that Trump is taking credit for, he didn't change. He didn't change anything.
Okay.
I don't have the Hangout screen with the camera. I'm not looking at your face.
Why are you not looking? You were, because you knew what I was doing.
I'm not. Look, I am not a fan of Obama and what he did. I am not a fan of Trump. I'm just saying, to buy into either side did anything is you still believing that there's a right and a wrong system. They're both wrong.
I agree to that.
There's no well, the conservatives are going to do better. The conservatives signed a tax plan that just took our deficit more than $1 trillion.
Oh no,
dude! It was half of that under Obama, and everyone was calling him a piece of shit. That's what I'm saying. Is how can you sit there and go, well, a $700 billion deficit per year is too much, and that's a crisis. But then when the Republicans do it and it's 1.3 trillion a year, no, nothing to see here. We're all good. We're all good.
But that's not exactly how it happened, though, either. It's easy to say that. That's not exactly how it happened.
Did you not read the last tax plan that Trump?
I have read it, but Trump has also he's been cutting things while he does it. He's already talking about freezing government.
I understand.
He's like one of the first Republican guys ever to freeze government. Obama did it as soon as he got in office. I remember that for the first 3 to 4 years.
Senator Cruz. You need to go back and read that. That was Senator Cruz that did it.
Did what?
The freeze. The reason that the government froze had nothing to do with
No. I'm not talking about free. I'm talking about the government pay increase. He's talking about freezing it this year. Trump, he's the only one who wants to do it. Everybody else has already said, oh, yeah, the government employees are going to get another pay raise. And Trump's like, oh, no, they don't need a pay raise. And actually, when he first came into office, a lot of things, he's like, all right, stop all hiring. He said, stop hiring.
I know. Just stop for 1 second. Just stop. Listen.
What?
I know you think what you're
Hands up, don't shoot.
Just stop for 1 second. I'm asking you just to open a new tab and Google how many rounds
fake news
of golf has Trump played since being president.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I want you to
listen.
No, just stop. Time out. Shut the fuck up.
Really?
Shut up.
Why are you yelling?
Because he spent $91 million this year going and playing golf. Do you understand that?
How many times did Obama go play golf, man?
No, he just set the record. Trump set the record last weekend. He's played more golf than any president in their first term.
I'm sure he has. Yeah.
Dude.
I'm sure he has.
So you need to see that from what? InfoWars to believe it? Let's see. Fox News.
Now you're attacking me.
Golf.
Now you're attacking me. This is why we can't talk about this. You get so upset.
Oh,
man.
because you just go, I'm sure he did. Do you not think I'm fucking being serious?
No, I don't, because I know your news sources, and your news sources lie. They have been proven liars.
Okay,
proven. New York Times, lie. Washington Post, lie. CNN has all been lying.
Listen to what I'm saying. Fox News. Trump has reached more days playing golf than any other president in the first term. Trump, once a critic of presidents golfing, has ignored his own advice and made a habit of visiting some of the many golf courses embolizing his moniker. This habit is part of a broader strategy and trend in his effort to yada yada to do trims. But here's the amount that he's golfed already. He's had over 113 trips golfing. Total rounds. He spent 36 days at his golf clubs down in Florida, 40 days in Jersey, 23 in Virginia. Why do you think this is from Fox.
Wait. He spent 23 days in Virginia?
Yeah.
23 days in Virginia.
Yeah.
Does that number include his time in Washington, D.C. area also?
No,
where are these Virginia places?
At the golf clubs, dude, at his golf resort.
He spent a month at the golf resort. A month.
Over the last 2 years, yes.
And then plus 30 at another place.
Okay. I know you don't want to believe this. So, like, right today, he went on a traveling thing out in Nebraska, right? He's out west. And before he does his speaking engagement, he goes and plays at least one round of golf. And
why do you think he does that?
Just let me talk, dude. He did it Friday. He did it Thursday.
Dude, damn, don't yell at me. Damn, man.
He did it Thursday. He did it Friday. And he did it today. All I'm saying is every round of golf that he goes and plays like that, the taxpayer dollars have to pay for the security. And the security department already had to get 3 different pay bands done for them because they ran out of money in May. They ran out of money to do these types of events in May.
Why do you think he does that?
Because
is he out playing solos?
No, the last round he played was with 2 professional NASCAR drivers. So I'm sure it's to talk about national security.
Okay, what about the other ones?
Okay. Dude, all I'm saying is when you're going to say that he's saving money, he spent more playing golf than any president to date.
I never said he was saving money.
He stopped hiring people and he's not going to give pay raises and he's got this thing. Well, it's hard to give pay raises when you've spent that money just chasing a ball around.
I never said he was saving money. I never made that argument.
Okay, what were you saying? You said not only did they do a tax cut, but they're also not spending as much. They're doing spending savings by doing a hiring freeze and not giving.
No, I said he's cutting ever since he came into office. Immediately, he was like, "Government's all getting cut. We're not hiring people. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. We're not giving pay raises. We're not doing that." The only reason we actually got a pay raise last year was because of the whole. He wanted just to pass the defense budget. That's why we got one.
But I'm saying if you're in your own home budget, are like, well, I'm going to cut this a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit more tight on what I get at the groceries, and I'm going to be a little bit more tight on how I spend my entertainment budget. But then you're just golf alone quadruples in budget, that's where you're not going to have any more.
His golf is quadrupling the budget.
No, his budget, his own personal pool that the president's allowed to have, that's budgeted. I'm telling you, they over and over again.
Minus his government salary he chooses not to take,
which is $250 a year.
That's
not $91 million.
That's $250,000 times 4. That's $1 million.
Not times 91 million so far this year spent on golf.
Okay, so what?
They want to cut $7 million from public education because they can't pay for teachers to get their own paper and stuff like that. Like these teachers are saying, I'm tired of getting
federal education.
No. The federal government gives grants to each state for education. They just cut another $7 million out of the East Coast budget because these teachers were complaining.
Look, man, you can do that. You can do this all day. You can nitpick all you want. At the end of the day, is your life better or worse with him in office? Tell me.
It's the same.
Right. It's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. Actually, you know, for me, I got a pay raise when he did the tax cut. The economy is doing better. As soon as he got in office, my TSP jumped almost 10%. I immediately got gains over what Obama did the years before.
Yes.
That's what I know for a fact. That's what happened.
I understand that.
So to me, that's what matters. And I do my headphones.
Of course, that's what matters. What I'm trying to, I completely understand that matters.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to tell you is, this is the first year that tax cut is going into effect. So this will be the first year when people are actually going to have to file their taxes. So I'm just saying, under the new tax plan, because it went into effect January 1st this year.
Yeah, and the taxes went down. Yeah,
right.
I got more.
So when everybody files for their taxes, I just want you to understand, it's not what you think it is. These people that are on the Capitol Hill almost every week going, this is what the real numbers look like. We're going to have to pay more than what they're saying. They're not going to be able to pay for what they did. They're going to have to go back to China and borrow more money. They're already saying it's going to be $1.6 trillion.
China.
When Barack Obama asked for $700 billion for the deficit, we all thought, you're a fucking insane person, including me. I was like, $700 billion is insane. And now it's at $1.3 trillion. And you see guys like the conservative guys that have been in for a while all checking out right now. They're all like, nope. They locked in their retirement settlement pays, and they're going to get their shit, and they're getting out.
Yeah.
You see Orrin Hatch and all those guys, they're like, we're going to get burned for this. And they're like, I'm out.
You mean the 85-year-old dudes that should have been out 20 years ago?
Who's the Speaker of the House right now? Paul Ryan. He's what, 48? And he's getting out.
Yeah, of course he is. Why wouldn't you?
Because his whole career is about being a conservative.
Dude, nobody wanted Trump in the first place, dude.
I'm just saying.
He was the only one that...
It has nothing to... I'm not talking about Trump. I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about the after effects of this budget. Paul Ryan is a conservative dude, and he was the budget guy for...
Yes, and they're all being like, I do not... All they're doing is grandstanding, saying... We don't support this. This is not the true Republican conservative statute. Of course it's not. Of course it's not.
You're not listening. Paul Ryan is the one who pushed the budget through for Trump. But Paul Ryan is the one who's jumping out right after he did it. He's like, I'm getting my cuts. If you go back and look in there, they added things just for specific senators and congressmen. They added loopholes for real estate taxes and stuff. This year, my own company got tons of kickbacks and stuff like that. All kinds of companies get kickbacks.
Of course. Good. But they should.
But what you're not understanding, the corporate tax rate pays for public schools, public roads, all kinds of stuff that now they're going to have to go to our tax dollar for. And to think that we're not going to get hit is insane. The governors all said across the board, all the states are going to suffer from this. Every state.
Of course they're going to say that because they're all crooked.
Even the Republican ones.
Have you ever been to PG County?
Oh my
You know how much taxes you got to pay in PG County? Do you know what they just did? They just had to let out. So the school just started in PG County, right? They had to just be like, we got to send your kids home because we don't have air conditioning for the start of the school year. The start of the school year. Like they didn't know that August 21st you needed air conditioning.
Where do they get their funding from? The federal government.
Are you kidding me? No, dude, when I was living in Bowie, I almost paid $6,000 to $7,000 a year in taxes.
Yes.
It was almost the exact same amount of the rest of my mortgage. It was equal. Like it was like $750 in taxes.
No, I get
it was insane.
I get what you're saying. Taxes are nuts, but to act like that money wasn't needed and all of a sudden now everything's going to be fine.
What do you mean the money wasn't needed? It's not being used for what it was supposed to be used for. That's the problem. That's always the problem. The money's not being used for what it's supposed to be used for.
I understand that not every dollar was used correctly, but to cut it like they've cut it.
He didn't cut state taxes. He cut federal tax. What do you mean?
He cut federal taxes, and he also cut the amount of money going to states to pay for public schooling. We pay a percentage in local, state, and county taxes, but they would also get grants for the schools from the federal government. When those are less, we pay more locally. That's how math works.
It's not how math works.
So we either as a country all pay to cover everybody, or you just pay more locally and get hurt because you happen to live in that county. I can move one county over and pay less than you.
It's just hilarious to listen to Democrats preach about conservative spending after we just lived through 8 years of nothing but spending and spending and spending. Hey, we're going to pay for your college now. Hey, here's affordable.
Did that happen? Did that happen?
Here's this now. How about this now?
Did the college happen? No.
That was the next step. That's exactly
did it happen? That's what I'm saying.
That's what the next wave is going to do.
So you're talking about something that didn't happen
because it's the next wave. That was the next step.
But we did elect a Republican in there, and we are at 1.3. We doubled the deficit by doing a tax.
We doubled the deficit, so it went from what 10 trillion to 20 trillion?
No, per year, we went from 700 billion to 1.3 trillion.
And what was that on? What was the majority of that deficit? What was his last spending? What was it on? Defense. Because defense has been garbage the last 8 years.
Actually, and I'm not trying to be an ass, you might not know, but the defense budgets first started getting cut at the end of Clinton's administration. That has nothing to do with even Bush was stuck with it because Bush ended up with Dick Cheney as his vice president. Dick Cheney was the one who enacted the bills when he was was he Secretary of Defense? Yeah, he was Secretary of Defense under Bush Sr. And some of the stuff that he helped work on was being enacted at the end. You know, like they put these laws into effect, like this law will go into effect in 4 years. It has to be 100% complied with. That's what they did was they put the BRAC. Remember the base relocation and closing and all that? It's where they started closing bases. Like if you go out to Colorado Springs right now, they used to have 6 military bases. Now they have 2. Shriver and the Air Force base for the Air Force Academy. But anyway, it's all over the country they did that. What that did, because Dick Cheney's memo said this. This is in the 80s. Dick Cheney's memo said, we're not going to need service members in ships anymore. We have robots and we're going to be able to remote control fly planes and all this. We're going to be able to fight wars from home. And that's what him and Donald Rumsfeld said. So those things went into effect during a Democrat's time in office, and people booed Bill Clinton like, how are you letting this happen? And he's sitting there going, I'm just trying to get my dick sucked. But like you couldn't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Like the laws were already passed. He can try to veto it, and he tried, but they were like, no, it's already going to go. It went by a majority. So I'm just saying these things have been going on forever. Like some of the things that, like the Affordable Care Act, Trump can't get rid of all of it because of the laws that were passed ahead of him. And these same Republicans that are sitting there going, we've always tried to get rid of it. Dude, go back and look at the voting records. They're the ones that also helped vote it in. And they're just sitting there. They get to bullshit everybody. That's why it's always short votes. Because they're bullshit. They're waiting for the next, whatever the next cherry pie is going to be that they're going to dive into.
Well, dude, we can't even talk about Congress. The whole thing, Congress and Senate's a big garbage pile. It always has been.
But I'm not
saying it always will be because they make their millions off of doing what they do, which is nothing.
But my only problem with Trump has nothing to do with the fact that he's president. It has to do with the fact that I've asked for a conservative person, and a conservative person doesn't just say we don't have money for Wounded Warrior projects, but we're going to go shoot another round of golf for no reason. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, as I would want more than that.
But he's not a conservative.
I know. That's
why he almost didn't even win the Republican primaries, because everybody was like, he's not a conservative. Dude, if you go back and watch Fox News and everybody, they were making fun of him the entire time, dude. Nobody wanted him to be president. Fox News was making fun of him the whole time. They're like, what is he doing?
That's fine. I'm just saying, the money.
So I'll say this one thing:
the money that's being wasted, the fact that he would stand there and say, these people going golfing, these politicians wasting our money, and then he does it. That just makes me want to go, look, dude, you're 72 years old. You can't be a hypocrite like that. You can't call everyone out for their shit and then do that shit.
I say what he has done is outweighing what he can do. Therefore, it doesn't matter.
That's saying you're willing to let somebody light your nutsack on fire because they're licking the tip of your dick.
No, it's not. It's not what I'm saying. Why am I so zoomed in? Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Okay. Is that okay? That's better. That's not what I'm saying. No. I'm saying what he has already done, and within the first 2 years with
what has he done? What legislation has he passed?
Do I really have to list all of the things he's
Besides
done?
The tax bill. What
it's
else?
A lot of stuff he's done.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to start?
I'll just wait.
So the deregulations, all the stuff he's done.
Regulations? Tell me one regulation.
All of the deregulations he's done. It makes all the companies that are in the middle of this country that can actually start working again. Where Obama was like, "Oh no, we're just going to ship that off. We don't want that here." That's old school thinking. That's old school thinking. We don't want to do that.
No, real quick, tell me one company that hired more people because of deregulation. Give me one example.
Steel industry.
One company. Give me a real company and numbers.
U.S. Steel.
Okay, let me look it up real quick.
Do you want me? Now I gotta look the numbers up too.
New steel jobs since deregulation. Okay, here's from June 2018. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm asking because I listen to these interviews on InfoWars and on Rush Limbaugh. I do.
What are you talking about InfoWars for? Do you see that kind of shit is like this is exactly why. Now, let me be seriously honest.
Let me finish my goddamn sentence.
Well, you can't finish your sentence when you immediately talk shit right off the bat.
What did I say?
I listened to InfoWars and Rush Limbaugh too.
But let me finish what I was saying. I listened to.
It's like me saying I listen to National Enquirer, so I know everything about the Democratic Party.
Okay.
No,
I didn't. I'm glad you're a fortune teller and you can tell what the rest of my sentence was going to be. The rest of my sentence was going to be the oil magnate and the coal guy that both were on Trump's team at the beginning when Trump first started running. This one guy out in Ohio who was going to do the steel, that's who I'm talking about right now. He said, look, I'm investing in this because I believe this deregulation is going to work. But even he admitted in this interview that I'm looking at right now with the Post, but it's talking about the protectionism instead of globalism, they all admit the same thing. Deregulation is going to allow me to make more money, but I cannot guarantee how many more jobs. And then the guy from the coal industry from West Virginia said, I'm not going to hire any more people. It just allows me to get rid of the waste and not charge the people that buy our coal to get rid of the waste. So I'm not saying that deregulation won't lead to more jobs. I'm just asking for real numbers. I just want to see how many jobs were created, because no one can prove how many more were created because of that deregulation.
I mean, okay. So by that theory, then everything Obama
right
did.
Here, hold on, real quick. Adler says at his plant, since the deregulation, the 25% increase in their sales that he anticipated from the contract, $1 million in new factory investment and 10 new jobs would be created that were going to be evaporated. It says, yeah, that's what it says. It says 10 new jobs at this one factory. I know they're just. Then it says Republican senator, including Bob Corker in Tennessee, want to do the same kind of legislation and see what they can get. See, where does it say? Hopefully they can get another 8 workers. He said this year we added another 8 workers and spent $1.3 million in new equipment. So 18 new workers in this one complete factory. He said every million will add another 10. So hopefully they start doing a lot of good business and get a lot of orders in, and then they just keep hiring people. But that's what I'm getting at. When they say these just random things, it's like when you look at a box of Cheerios. Oh, that's really good. Jobs added went down in 2018. Cool.
No, that's not down. That was 2014 to 20. This is 2017 when he took
Yeah,
office.
it went down, and it went down in 2018.
196, 174. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was down here to nothing.
I understand.
You see this right here with Obama?
Listen, I understand. So from 2000,
coal jobs up.
Yeah, but how many? 3,000 new jobs. There's 75,000 coal people out of work.
There's an up thingy.
Oh, you're actually just on the Forbes site. All right.
Yeah. I went to a site I didn't think that would be leaning one way or the other.
Forbes is all about.
How about another one? I don't care.
No, I'm just saying Forbes is okay.
What should we go to?
Forbes.
Commerce. Let's go commerce.gov.
That's fine. I don't mind the commerce.
They don't have any good infographics for me.
I normally go there at least once a month. What? It's a good website.
313 new jobs added of the month of February.
Yep.
That's behind the curve a little bit.
It's a little bit behind.
Washington, very, very, very good. That was Washington Post said that in January.
Very, very, very.
I'm sure they're making fun of him because it's easy to make fun of him because that's funny.
Dude, come on.
What? I just think it's blatantly obvious and disingenuous that how the media is so in love with Obama.
Time out.
And they're so...
Time out.
Wait. Why can't I finish my statement without you yelling at me?
You're dragging these out. I get what you're saying.
What did I drag out? I just want to finish it. You didn't even... It wasn't that long of a statement.
I just have a question for you. Because you say media. So this is my thing.
Yeah.
If you were the number one news station in the country for like the last 5 years,
Fox News.
wouldn't you then be the mainstream media if you were the number one news station for the last 5 years?
You're talking about Fox News right now?
I'm asking you a question. Would you be the mainstream media? If
No, because you're on a cable network that the majority of the country cannot get on.
CNN and MSNBC, 2 other cable networks versus 1 other cable network. I think they're all cable networks.
Yeah, what about ABC, NBC, CBS? What about all those that are not cable networks?
I'm just going to ask you this. You're trying to tell me that the majority of people in this country don't have cable. Is that what you're saying?
Middle of America? Yeah, they might not have cable. I didn't have cable for the longest time.
And this was in what decade?
I don't know. I mean, what do you mean? I mean,
Wi-Fi wasn't that readily available 10 years ago.
Nowadays it's digital anyway. It's irrelevant,
Right.
But
they get those channels in.
So why do people? Okay, so what is your point? Why do people listen to Fox in the first place then?
No, I'm just saying. I wasn't. Answer the question. If you are the number one at something, how can you say the other ones are the mainstream?
Because
if you're the number one, that means the majority of people are watching you.
No, that means the majority of the networks are against you. If there's 12 or 13 of them and one is Fox News, there's one conservative news network. All the other ones are all liberal.
You're not answering the question. Listen to the question. If you are the number one recording artist in the world,
no, you can't say that because so what if you add up all those people listening?
Are you the most trending? Do you have the most viewers? Do you have the most this? If every one of their shows is number one in their time slot, then how are they not mainstream? The word mainstream means popular. So they're popular.
So CNN is not popular then?
Yes, I'm not saying that CNN isn't mainstream. I'm saying Fox would have to be including themselves in the term mainstream.
But they don't. They specifically say Fox News is not one of these networks that does this.
You are so gay. You're not answering the definition. Here you go. Whew.
See, and this is what you're doing right now. This is hilarious.
So it's the word mainstream, meaning established, prevailing, popular, dominant, trending. That's just the definition of a word. I'm not trying to be snarky or do anything. I'm just asking you if you are the best at something and then you call everybody else out like you're making yourself out to be the victim still and you're number one at it. That's what I'm getting at, is like you're the most popular. You get to charge more money than anybody else for your advertisement space. And then you're still going, no, it's everybody else. Everybody else against us. They have names like Standing Up Against the Whatever or the Uncommon Values. Dude, if you have the most...
If you have 12... Dude, all they do is news. That's all they do. So they're just like CNN.
They don't do news, dude. Watch in the morning. There's no
I do watch it every morning. I watch every morning.
Fox and Friends is not news.
I watch every morning. And I watch it 9 to 12, and I watch 12 to 2.
I can't watch
at work. I watch every day.
I can't watch any news network in the morning because none of those morning news shows are news. It's opinion. They say 5 minutes of news, and the rest of the time is like, can you believe that? I mean, who would have fucking...
Oh, it's super corny.
Here's another catheter commercial.
It's super corny. Yeah, I get it. I mean, they're playing to their audience. It is. That's what it is. They're playing to their audience. I get that.
But it's opinions, dude. The news needs to be taken out of the corner. Every time they start giving their opinions, it should be covered up. Like, it shouldn't say news anymore. It should say opinion.
It should be editorial or what do they call it? Yeah.
They have to separate that because I'm so tired of them going, this is news. Like Hannity. When I listen to Hannity when I'm driving, half the time I'm so mad because he doesn't get that his opinion is not news. He just thinks, well, that's got to be a fact, and you're like, no, that's not, dude. And
but I subscribe to CRTV also. On the side of that, I also do CRTV, which I like a lot. I also listen to Ben Shapiro on his show. Listen to his podcast.
He's a little weird.
How is he weird?
The problem with Ben Shapiro is, one second, I'll pull up the story. One second. Let me see if I can get this right. I'm trying to find the exact article. There you go.
So all I wanted to say was that at some point, it used to be Republicans were the ones that were all snooty, elitist. Like back when I was a kid, I always thought that that's what Republicans were. They always looked down at everybody else, and the Democrats were always trying to stand up for the little guy. And nowadays, what it sounds like, and what every time I turn on the news, it's the Democrats are really like the elitists because they're like, oh, we have Hollywood and everybody else behind us, and we're looking down at the nose at the dumb rednecks that vote Republican, and that kind of thinking.
I got it, man. Huh? I got that. I still need you to explain to me which Republican candidate or anybody do you think really gives two craps about any of those people that are voting for them?
Okay. Same with flip that on Democrats.
I didn't no see don't do the deflection.
I don't need to deflect it because I know the opposite. I don't want a Democrat in office because I know what they've done.
I'm not asking for that scenario. See, this is why having these conversations it gets really personal, and you're the
one yelling, dude. I'm not yelling. You're yelling.
I'm asking analytical questions.
I'm giving you analytical discussion. I'm telling you, I don't have a choice in the middle.
I'm not asking you to vote Democrat or Republican. I just said, which Republican do you think cares about the little man?
None. No politician care about the little man. They care about the votes. They get them the money.
Why don't we just say that? Don't say the Republicans are standing up there and actually talking about the little man. That one guy that's getting busted right now who just blamed everything on his wife for spending all that campaign money.
Yeah.
That dude is insanely stupid. Now, I'm not trying to say that he doesn't deserve to run for political office. He's an American citizen, whatever. But he got to where he is because of his dad's memory and that he was a war veteran, right?
Dad's memory? What does that mean?
His dad was a politician, and everybody remembers the name, and they just vote by name.
Name recognition. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's a political thing.
So he gets in, and because his wife spends all this money and goes on all these dumb trips and everything, right? His immediate reaction wasn't, let me find out what happened. His immediate reaction was, it's the media. You guys are blowing this out of proportion. What happened when he found out the real information? Him and his wife showed up at the courthouse in 2 different cars. They had 2 different lawyers, and he's suing his wife for fucking him over. But see what I mean? If he would have just waited instead of just being one of these guys,
but he can't wait because it was in the news. He can't just be like, we're trying to figure it out.
No. That's what I'm getting at. Who was stopping him from saying, I don't know what's going? Just being honest. Don't point a finger and immediately come out. What's stopping any of these politicians from just going, whoa, I have no.
But you know these people have their posses that are telling them to do what they to do. All of them do.
And it's the same reason that I can't stand Ben Shapiro.
I like Ben Shapiro, man. I like him.
It's not that he's horrible. It's just that if you can look at his eyes and not see a guy that would fucking rape your girlfriend when you weren't around, like
what?
Yeah.
Where are you getting that shit from? What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Just his looks.
He's
dude.
married.
He's
a married. What are you talking about?
Looks.
His look?
His face, man.
He's like 5'3".
Yeah, I know.
What are you talking about?
He would be that person.
What do you think about Steven Crowder?
It's a better listen.
He's funny. I joined the mug club. Get his mug.
Steven Crowder's not bad. He's easier to listen to. I can't listen to what is his name, Gavin or whoever, and I can't listen to Jordan Peterson either.
I like Jordan Peterson too.
Jordan Peterson is a bullshitting liar, and I don't mean it like he's just a little bit of a liar. What I'm talking about is like he could have an entire pen of like burning babies behind him, and like the match in his hand, just be like, I don't know, like that. I'm not joking you.
What is that based on?
Because he has literally done the kind of things for politics where he's gone on TV or on the radio or something and said that politician it's the same problem I have with Ted Cruz and Kelly Conway, right? They'll get on TV and be like, that dude's a piece of shit. And then the minute that dude calls and goes, here's some money, they just show up and they'll start defending the guy they just called a piece of shit. It was like, nope, I was wrong. He's my hero. Kellyanne Conway went against Trump because she was Dickhead's dude, Texas, the guy I just said, Cruz's. She was being paid by an outfit to help push Cruz or this one other candidate. When both of them washed out, they attached their wagon to Trump. But Kelly, at the beginning of it, was going, he's not fit to be president. And then 3 weeks later is going, he is the only man that can save this country. And I was like, okay, I just watched this. Like Ted Cruz being interviewed when he was still running, and he's like, Trump is a dishonorable.
That's all these people do. That's how they do. That's what they do. They're not politicians.
That's what I'm saying. They're horrible people.
What about Jordan Peterson? He's a professor at Toronto University.
He went to bat for politicians, and then he was saying how these other politicians were not. I'll find the article, but he was saying how these other politicians were not up to snuff. But the minute the people he was backing got washed out,
have you ever listened to any of his lectures?
Yeah, his lecture. No,
I find them very interesting. It had nothing to do with politics. I'm like, wow, they're actually really good.
Yeah, his talks, his lectures are great. I'm just saying him as a person. I'm not saying that you can't learn things.
He's not a politician, though. You're applying political things to him. He's not a politician.
Because he does take money to whore his name out there for people. And when he points his finger and goes, that guy's a piece of shit. But the minute that guy gets washed, or the minute his guy gets washed out of the campaign, all of a sudden he's on the piece of shit going, this ain't a piece of shit. This is the best candidate you're ever going to meet. And I'm like,
in Canada? What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude, everywhere.
I don't care about Canadian politics.
It's part of North America. We have a Trump elected in in the United States. We have a Trump that just got elected in Mexico, and you still have a Trudeau. And you have a Trudeau that's in Canada. So
he's gone next. Thank God.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to pay attention to this because then you have an alignment.
But don't you think?
No.
You just summed up the liberal agenda with one word. It doesn't matter what I'm going to say next. It's nope, nope, nope. It doesn't matter what you say. Nope. Don't you think it's very odd that how great and amazing Obama and everything the Liberal Party does, they're so amazing. And then Hillary came up, and we were in a bar together.
I know.
And it was like this. I thought it was Michael Jordan, slamma jamma. She's going to win. We were just, I was like, well, this is it.
I didn't think it was a runaway. Socialism. I didn't think it was a runaway. No.
I was like, it's over. Like, I knew, I was like, that's why I was drinking. I was like, it's over. We're all going to be socialists now. And then we're in a bar, and I'm grabbing your shoulder, shaking you. And everybody's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? It's like I'm watching the Super Bowl, and he won because it was unbelievable to me.
No.
That should be something liberals to be like, Wait, maybe okay. We think we know everything so great. Maybe we should not call these people racist and like make them the devil. We're not the devil. You know me. I'm not the devil. But I'm a Republican. Yeah. But that doesn't mean I'm the devil. It doesn't mean I don't think that people lesser than me should have a chance.
Well, I'll tell you the only real problems I have with the racism side of it is the stuff that Jeff Sessions and those boys, you know, the reason that they really put their wagon on Trump is because they want to go back to the 1929 Act. The 1929 Act, if you ever just want to read like what they were doing to just try, okay, the basis for the 1929 Act was a bunch of Caucasians standing up saying, we have to protect our stock in this country. The country's being too overrun with minorities and there's too much mating. And that's actually where a lot of the laws came, where you couldn't have white people and black people getting married or any kind of mixing, right? So this is my only problem with that. I grew up with an Asian brother, and I grew up in a household that didn't believe stuff like that. Even though I had a lot of racist family in the Carolinas, I grew up very not racist. No matter where we lived, couldn't be racist because it was just, I have an Asian brother, I'd have black friends over, whatever is going on. I was in North Carolina when Jesse Helms and all those guys were still trying to stop interracial marriage. You got to get past the race issues. If we just cut ties with the race issues, I think almost everybody would come over to the Conservative Party. But when you have people holding on, because Jeff Sessions last year tried introducing articles that were literally cut from the 1929 Act. Like, we got rid of the 1929 Act and got rid of it back in the day, but I mean, it was word for word. Like, he quoted it when he was delivering the bill. He's like, and this goes back to our brave men and women from the 1929 Act. And I'm just sitting there like, I know a lot of people don't know about that act, but I did a paper on it in school. So I just went like this. I immediately just sat up. I was like, what? We're going to bring back racism and Jim Crow laws? Like, this is great.
Yeah. Well,
if you got rid of racism, if you got rid of...
What do you mean got rid of racism?
No, if you just... All you have to do as the Republican...
You don't think what the liberals do is completely 100% racist?
Yes. I'm not saying that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
That's racism. You got to get rid of it.
You got to get rid of... If somebody is saying the N-word and throwing stuff, you have to stand as a Republican and go, no. Don't do that. It's okay for you to be racist, but you can't act out in society. If you just stood up as a Republican,
we can't act out in society. Actually,
you can't get in somebody's face and be degrading like that. It's actually
yes, you actually can.
No, not racist. No,
yes, you can.
That's against free speech. It's called hate speech. It's the only thing that
is that an amendment? The Hate Speech Act?
The Supreme Court said the only thing not protected by free speech is hate speech.
Supreme Court? What do you mean?
The Supreme Court of the United States of America.
When was that? What amendment?
Like right now, if you went up to somebody and started calling them the N-bomb and everything, if they wanted to press charges, they can press charges against you.
Look up hate speech amendment.
No, hate speech is the only thing. Is hate speech protected by the First
There is no hate speech exception to the First Amendment. 2017, June 19.
Yes, and if
there
you
is no hate speech
there
amendment.
is a racially offensive...
Hate speech is not an exemption.
Okay, right here, you need to go down to actually Justice Kennedy's, where he's talking about content discrimination.
Oh, you're not... Your political views are not protected either.
No, they're not.
Of course not. Of course not. It's free speech. You can say whatever you want.
What I'm saying is, you can say whatever you want, but people will. and they do have the right to press charges against you if they deemed it was hurtful to them. And that's what certain things have been categorized. That's why slants and things like that are in that ruling. When you read that ruling, it is freaking long and boring, but it goes into what you're allowed to sue for, what you're allowed to press charges for. It gets bananas, dude. Not everything is protected just because we have free speech.
All I'm trying to say is that you have the free speech. It has nothing to do with what people say. It's about what people do. And as long as people are not doing something that is actively holding people back based on the things which we have active laws for, because those are illegal and those are protected things, then you can't to say, oh, well, you can't say that. And if you're saying that, then now it's irrelevant.
So I'll ask you this hypothetical. This is an insane hypothetical. I want you to imagine.
I'm gonna say the Kavanaugh. You can't ask me a hypothetical.
I want you to
the Supreme Court.
I want you to make believe that you are. So you are a young.
Am I going to be black in this hypothetical?
You're a young kid, and you're starting your life.
Oh God, end it now.
And no doubt. and you're coming up, and which do you think is going to be more of a hindrance on your life? Being poor or being average intelligence? Because like Warren Buffett says, your zip code and what your parents are worth are the most influential things about your life. Because you could either rise from that, or you.
I'd say, well, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with average intelligence, because I think you can always improve your intelligence. That's a matter of willpower.
I don't know about that. I think your ability to learn is what hinders you the most in this world. Your ability to learn. Now,
who you grew up, or your
okay, so your
is irrelevant. It's how much you can learn.
Okay, so now I want you to imagine that if you were trying to get your education and you were being blocked from getting to the same education as other people, would that hinder your ability? If you weren't able to get to the same books or the same teachings or the same access to things.
Are we in 1825?
No, we're in 1960s, where women and minorities couldn't get to the same educational levels as your average white man could.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm asking is, would that hinder you? If you couldn't get to the same access to information, you couldn't get to the same all that, would that hinder you from succeeding or becoming whatever your potential is?
Of course, if there's only one method of improving yourself, and that is being hindered, yes, of course. And those rules have been changed because it was fucked up. Of course it was. So
when the rules were changed, how much of a head start have we had over other groups?
It's irrelevant.
It is. So you're saying that the people that are going to be doing the hiring, be doing the selling of the land, be doing the development, all these things are, when they pass the law, they're automatically just going to abide by the law and everything's good to go.
I'm going to say that no, 100%. It's not going to be imagine like 100%. All of a sudden, 100% equality across the board, and now you lose your job, and you lose your job, and you take his job, and that's not how it works.
Right. So
of course, that's not how it works.
So my question to you is still always the same.
Mm-hmm.
We come from humble beginnings to where we are today. We tried really hard. But we exceeded. I would say mentally we have the ability to learn. I don't know if that just is IQ or what it is, but I I look at like my brother. My brother's life in school was so much different from mine just because he was Asian. I would watch him get beat
all the
up.
scholarships.
I would watch him get beat up in the hallways, or like guys picking on him or doing different things.
What does that have to do with the education system? That sounds like a societal problem.
So that's what I'm asking you. If you're going to school and you can't even enjoy your time in school because you're just getting your ass whooped and everything.
I didn't enjoy my time in school when I was a white dude. It's 6 foot tall. I hated it.
You get your ass beat every day?
No, I hated it and was depressed and wanted to kill myself the whole time.
See, that's what I'm saying, though. You're trying to relate your problem.
I'm not trying to relate. I'm just saying high school sucks for everybody. It's not great.
You're getting physically abused?
I was getting physically abused at home.
I was too, but he was getting abused at school and at home.
Okay.
All right, you're right. Nobody deserves a little bit of a, hey, maybe I won't say chink this time out loud. Instead, I'll just be courteous to somebody. You're right. Everybody should just be able to say free speech on. Wait, I remember there was this guy. He was a Christian guy. I think it was Jesus. The whole golden rule thing. I can't remember.
Right, but you can't pick and choose which things you want to do. You can't be a liberal and then say, "Oh, I believe in God now and Jesus."
I'm not a liberal. No,
but I'm saying liberals are 100%, like almost probably 75%, are completely against everything religion.
Yeah, but you don't understand that the first line in the First Amendment is anti-religion.
No, it's anti-religion in government.
The entire first line is no law should be created with respect to religion.
Yeah.
That should tell you what our founding fathers thought of religion.
It does, because they were being prosecuted when they were over there about the religion.
Keep it the fuck out of government.
Right.
Right.
What does that have to do with being an Asian kid coming over here? You're also not taking into account the years before where we just got out of war with a bunch of Asian people.
Right. But my brother is an American citizen.
Right. It's irrelevant.
Right.
That's how it happens. It's the exact same thing.
You're saying it's okay to hate on him because...
No, I didn't say it's okay. I said this is the symptom of war. It's the exact same thing that happens when they attack the Twin Towers. All of a sudden, Islam is bad. It's the exact same thing. It's the same reason why people right now, everybody thinks of a person from Germany whoa, Germany. Okay, you immediately think Nazi when you hear Germany.
That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get across to you.
Right, but you don't get you don't get a preferential treatment. I don't have it either. I don't have it either, but people do because you don't know their experiences and you don't know their life. Maybe they got tortured. Maybe their family got tortured by an Asian person. Maybe they got tortured in Vietnam. Maybe they got tortured. Maybe they got killed.
You're right.
You don't know. You don't know.
Guys carrying tortures in Charlottesville. They were tortured, saying Jews.
I never said they were tortured. So you can't take what I say and say KKK.
But that's what my whole topic was, or what I was saying was the guys that were like carrying the torches. As a Republican, you have to say no. You're not allowed to.
He did say no.
No, he didn't.
You think on Fox News are like, yeah, look at him go. We're like, wait, what? Why are we doing the
Trump
KKK
said
thing?
there were good people on both sides. You can't say there's good people on the Nazi side.
They weren't all Nazis. They weren't all Nazis down there. They weren't.
I understand they weren't, but there were Nazis.
That's like saying when Antifa's in, you're like, oh, look at all these Antifa. Because on the left side, everybody thinks Antifa.
I think Antifa is the worst thing in the world.
They're the exact same. To me, it's KKK, Nazis. Same thing. It's like, what are you doing? You can't do this. So you can't be like, hey, those guys are cool. These guys are not cool.
You're not listening, though. You're not listening.
I am listening.
I'm not talking about liberals. I don't care about liberals.
You want to attack Republicans. I get it.
We're only talking about one side right now. I'm saying if you want people, if you want more people to jump on the Republican side, you just have to say no Nazis. That's it.
Do you really think that all Republicans think we want Nazis? What are you talking about, dude? Are you serious?
I'm talking about that as soon as anyone brings up the fact that the Nazis were not just immediately blasted by anybody, everyone waited to hear from Trump at first. And then as soon as Trump was like, there's good people on both sides, you watched it. I watched it on all three networks. Like when you're on the liberal network, they have the one Republican guy that has to answer for everything. And he was like,
this, not Republican. Yeah, I know him.
He was like this the whole time. He was like,
That's Joe Scarborough on that one.
Yeah. And then I don't watch that. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
I've hated his guts for years.
Yeah. The cuck. I call him a cuck.
That dude he's weird. No, I'm talking about and then you turn it to Fox News, and that same night you had people on Fox News going, I can't believe Trump would say this. And then other people going, you can't say that, and all this stuff. And they're like, my whole thing is that's all I'm saying. I believe in conservative values. But I also believe in a lot of compassion, and I believe that people should run shit locally. All I'm saying is, if I saw any group hitching their wagon to me and they had torches in their hand, I'm just going, nope. And I'm just unhinged.
So Antifa. I haven't heard one liberal website, news organization. Actually, they praise Antifa.
We have to do Republicans first, and then we do liberals.
Because liberals are obviously morally more right.
No! Holy shit! We can only talk about one side at a time to truly get at the heart of the matter.
What you're saying is the exact same thing as Antifa. You're trying to grandstand and act like liberals are obviously morally better than Republicans. And then one, you say KKK. The other, Antifa, which is new and no one really knows what they're doing. I mean, that's fucked up. KKK is completely irrelevant. Nazis are completely irrelevant. You know what percentage makes up of those groups that no one even gives a shit about? What happened this last year about the last rally they did? What happened?
How many?
The last rally. Did you look up the last rally that happened?
United. It doesn't matter how many showed up.
It doesn't matter because Antifa was the antagonist there attacking cops. The last time this happened in D.C., this couple months ago, Antifa were the ones attacking cops. And that was not on CNN.
Dude, I don't fucking work for CNN. What is going on?
I'm not saying you work for CNN, dude. I'm not saying that. Jesus Christ.
I'm just
so defensive.
No, you're saying this is where it's really hard to stay on a topic because the minute that we hit something, you want to just point to the other side. We will cover the other side. We have plenty of time to have episode after episode.
We don't because there's no dialogue. It's just been like Republican. Ben Shapiro's a racist. This guy's a racist.
Who said Ben Shapiro's a racist?
You said Ben Shapiro wanted to rape women's girlfriends.
No, I said he looks like the kind of man.
Nothing.
Okay, you want to know why I say that?
Because he has beady eyes.
One of your buddies.
What do you mean?
One of your friends from back on the boat that used to try to fuck every one of your girlfriends has the same look in his eye. Red hair.
I never had girlfriends on the boat.
Red hair.
Remember, I'm Spoons. I never had girlfriends.
Oh yeah, he fucked that girl too.
What?
He tried fucking that girl too.
Red hair. Oh my god. Who tried to fuck my girlfriend? Is this something I've never been told? What's happening? You better fucking tell me right now, motherfucker. Hold on, I can't hear you.
Hair. Who's a person that you hung out with that had reddish, balding hair? His kids have red hair.
Red hair on the boat. He was on the boat.
It's not a daily, but
oh, he has his eyes.
He has the same look in his eyes.
I don't talk to him anymore either. I quit.
I'm just saying he has the same look in his eyes.
I'll tell you that offline. What bullshit he tried to pull.
All right, hold on. Right here. The Klan.
Not a daily, but
yeah. I knew you would like it.
Stupid. Hey man, I gotta pee. We've been going for 2 hours, man. I gotta pee.
Oh, let's just end it then. But what I was gonna tell you was
We're not going to post this because it's too angry.
No, I know, but what you're saying about hate groups is so wrong too, because I became obsessed with that. I wanted to look up just
You're
like how many pedophiles are in your area. I wanted to know how many hate.
I'm
groups,
obsessed with hate groups.
all sides. There's over.
Bad, aren't they?
There's over. It was something like 750.
Dude, let's join a hate group and we'll be an inside reporter, inside edition.
There's over 6 million Klansmen in this country.
Why did you get so close to the mic to say that?
Because that is a number. That is a number that is just shocking to me that people join groups.
I can't even join a flag football league. I tried. They wouldn't have me.
Right?
They wouldn't even have me.
I'm like, pick up basketball. Anybody want to play some pick up basketball? Hey.
I contacted a softball league. I was like, hey, if I just need an extra, no call. Nothing.
Right.
Ignore me.
But if you contacted them and said, hey, you guys need some more,
Can you
like,
an extra KKK member?
You need some oil for those torches?
Hey, you need some more oil for your tiki torches? I got tiki oil. I can bring the tiki oil, boys.
Boys, I got that 600 thread count. Don't get this shit.
And I'm burning all night. I got that big old wick.
Oh my god.
I got that big old wick.
Dude, we're clearing some trees if we need to make some carouses.
Oh my god. Somebody's gonna clip that.
Hey, I think we're both in the wrong areas to be talking about this. Like we might be safe in our little neighborhoods, but getting out of that neighborhood is too dangerous.
Is YouTube gonna shut this down now?
All right.
We're gonna shut down.
I'm gonna go watch Cannonball Run.
What? Oh, we're not gonna talk anymore? You wanna talk to me? See, that's why I never want to talk politics, man. You get too heated.
No. The thing is you immediately want to talk about the other side. And I get it. I'm not saying the other side doesn't have problems. But what I was telling you, the whole moral.
We can do an episode talk straight liberal.
If
and we
they
do straight Republican.
all those people that are just sitting in the middle, right? All the people in the middle of the bun that are independents, or I'm not really sure, or the ones that are just so dumb that you can point them in a direction.
Honestly, if I ever found one of the people that's in the middle, I'm going to question their intelligence factor.
That's Rand Paul. He's a libertarian.
Yeah, he's a I call those contrarians.
He's a grown man with curly hair.
That's a contrarian.
He's a grown man with curly hair.
He's just following what his daddy did.
Looks like a perm.
It's like he's just rinse and repeat what his daddy did. That's all he's doing.
Except his daddy was good at it.
Right. Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. Yeah.
Go watch Cannonball Run so we can talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, that means I got to buy it. I don't want to buy 2 movies back to back.
Oh. Hold on. Let me see what it is on Amazon.
You want to talk about it tomorrow?
Let me see how much it is on Amazon.
Dude, can we talk real talk real quick?
Go ahead.
Old girl hasn't texted me all night.
The girl that
Nothing.
you have been seeing?
No texts. Because you know why? I did not text her, so she does not text me.
So Cannonball Run is $3 to rent.
That's SD. That's not HD. Oh wait, it's old ass movie.
It's you can't get it in HD.
Well, it's an old ass movie. You don't need an HD.
You can buy it for $8.99. Oh, dude, any which way but loot. Any which way you can. I mean,
yeah.
Clint Eastwood. I love that movie. That's only $2.99 to rent too. Oh shit, son. Ooh, Clint Eastwood. Firefox.
All right, I'll watch tomorrow. See.
All right, man. Just don't stop believing.
Whatever that means.
We just got to stop if you can get away from being so defensive about the public issues, we could convince people to vote a certain way. We can be the change we want to force in this country.
I don't want any of that. I don't really give a shit who votes.
We should change minds.
I don't want to do that either.
We're like, hey, Vote reddish.
Vote pumpkins.
Hey, purples, vote red.
Yeah, I just don't care what people vote. It doesn't matter to me.
This thing about the whole blue wave, too, by the way, the last 100 years, it always happens this way. Whoever is president, the next midterm, it's done. It flips. It always goes the opposite.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah. All right, later, man.
All right, good night.
Toodles. Oh, God. Wait, what are you doing?